Hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I am also known as the Taropist, and I am going to be your tarot card reader. Guys, we are going to do a full-sized love reading for the collective today. This can resonate for any placement of any sign at any time. We are going to be looking into the energy that you bring to the connection that you have on your mind, the energy that the person that you have on your mind brings, as well as a potential outcome. Because I am just picking up on energy here, guys, you are always welcome to reverse roles one and two. And the outcome, of course, is always potential because I am just picking up on energy here, and any decisions that you would make in your physical reality are ultimately going to shape your physical reality. Okay? Guys, now this can also be anywhere from single to married. I don't know if I said that already, but single to married, anywhere in between, just whomever you have on that pretty little mind of yours. And of course, anything you would ever need to know about myself or the channel, you can find either in the description box below, the channel description, or my community tab. You can certainly always check out my website, which is www.thetarotpist.com. And I am currently closed for Zoom and FaceTime readings, guys, but I do still have pre-recorded and email readings available, and those are listed in the description box below. Of course, the personal readings are going to be the best way for me to pick up on your personal situation. However, if you would like me to be, if you're not interested in a personal reading or cannot purchase one at this time for whatever reason, but you would like me to be more likely to pick up on your personal situation and energy in my collective readings, then do please make sure that you are engaging with the channel in some or all ways, as many ways as possible. Some easy ways that you can do that are by liking or commenting on any of my videos or community tab posts. You can certainly always share any of my content. And my personal favorite, and I think the most powerful way for me to pick up on your energy in these collective readings is by you clicking the little subscribe button below. Guys, if you are going to subscribe to the channel and you would like to be notified when I do upload or go live in the future, make sure that you have your little bell notification icon set to all, okay? Let's rock and roll. We're going to start out with the stream guidance love messages just to see what kind of relationship we are dealing with here. And oops. All right, let's see what we get. It is hard to be just friends. Okay, let's see what else we get. Hard to let go of you, and I am not available. It does feel like whoever is not available is the one having a hard time here, by the way, staying distant or staying just friends with somebody that I feel like they are head over heels for, but it does feel like they're in a specific or a karmic situation. I reread our texts and it hurts is also here. Let's get more. It does feel like somebody's in a current connection here. It does feel like the other person or whomever is the one that is having a harder time, actually. I think the person that is in the relationship, well, I just want to say, like, I feel like somebody's happily single, and then there's somebody who is in a karmic or miserable connection, or at least a loveless. Like, it's not like passion, there's no passion or something to it. And we're actually going to start out with these Light Seers Tarot and we'll get more, okay, more clarity on this or more specific specifications. Ooh, the Sun card. I love that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I feel like you're just very bright and shiny at this time. You could certainly be a Leo with the Sun card. The Sun does talk about illumination, clarity, success, happiness. And traditionally, kind of like I just want to say like Leo energy. If you know a little bit about astrology, you really don't have to know a ton about astrology to know much about a Leo. I don't think everybody knows about Leo. Leo, if this is for you, I love you so much. But very like theatrical, just very charismatic, and just kind of like the life of the party, or feels like there's like always a little spotlight following them around. Okay. So that's you, whoever you are. You don't have to be a Leo. You could certainly have a lot of fifth house placements or Leo placements, by the way. But either way, you exude that sort of very bright, shiny, I want to say happy, sometimes obnoxiously so. And we're going to get more. I love you and I love happy motherfuckers. So I'm not saying, but I do know that that can be like when people aren't happy, they can get very annoyed with the kind of energy that you're exuding at this time. And I think you should still shine brightly, by the way. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in your person's energy. Could be dealing with a Capricorn here, or any earth sign, but let's find out more. I do feel like that's the one out of these two that are in a current karmic connection here, but there is the Tower card in the potential outcome. By the way, two major arcanas and a court card, very powerful energies as usual. I feel like all of my readings get these very powerfully spiritually connected people. Whomever watches me, thank you so much for being here, and I'm always like feeling kind of like a fangirl for you guys. But we do have the Eight of Swords in the overarching energy, but the Ace of Pentacles is under that. Let's talk about the Ace of Pentacles first. I love it. It's about a new beginning of something that could last or has the potential to last a lifetime, something that has like a great foundation. So the Ace of Pentacles is about a great foundation or a firm, solid foundation that we can grow upon. Okay. And it is about a new beginning because it is Ace, which is the beginning of each element, right? It goes one, whatever. I'm not going to go through it with you, but you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, let's go. Eight of Swords, though, is your actual overarching energy, which talks about self-imposed restrictions. So this is about a connection maybe not coming in because somebody feels trapped in a situation. I want to say a karmic situation that they're not trapped in. Like at the bottom of the deck, it's like just leave, actually. So if you're in a situation that is no longer conducive to your greatest good, or I think this happens a lot where we get into a connection with good intentions, but before we've grown as a human being. So it's like, yes, sometimes we can grow together, but sometimes we were just literally not even being ourselves when we met the person and married the person that we are with. So we're going to find out more because I don't think that's you, but it could be. And we're going to just see what else. So the Eight of Swords is about feeling like we're trapped when we're actually not. We have 2 feet. We have the ability to communicate clearly. And then I'm getting like whoever is not communicating clearly, it's like the other person also doesn't want to be in this relationship any longer. Okay. So like I feel like somebody's feeling trapped or stuck in a situation where the other party would rather not be in it anymore either, but they both feel obligated or like they don't want to fail or lose or give up. And it might be you, by the way, now, because this energy is pretty heavy. While I think you might be quite, let me just see more, okay? Because it does feel like something painful is coming to an end that I want to say you put too much time and effort into. Maybe it's with this person. Let me just find out more. Because it's almost like you are just a happy person. I want to say you have that charismatic Leo energy, but it feels like something is weighing you down heavily. I feel like you're weighed down by betrayal and by something here. Okay. So I don't feel like it's this person so whoever you might be disconnecting from, it does not feel like this person, but let me find out more. Sagittarius is now here, and Pisces or Jupiter energy with this Wheel of Fortune. Now we do have the Seven of Swords, so maybe it is this person that's being sneaky. Let me find out more. We're going to get a potential outcome and everything. Okay, we got the Fool card, the Magician, the Five of Swords. There's a lot of heavy energy in this connection, but it feels like, oh, I love the last cards. I always think of like the last card in this reading and a love reading as the ultimate outcome or how this could really has the potential to lead to marriage, right? So this does feel like a connection that could lead to marriage or last for stand the test of time is what is coming through there. And we do have the Empress card there. let me get this straight, because remember how I said originally that I thought it was your person that was in a karmic connection, and I do feel like it is still, okay? Because then I was like, ooh, all this heavy energy. I feel like you're feeling betrayed by this person, by the way, because they're not leaving a situation that they are. I want to say maybe it hasn't been. I don't think you guys have done anything, by the way, to betray the marriage that they're currently in, or the relationship that they're currently in. But I feel like you've had, either it could be unspoken connection, or it's like the, I want to say the person in spot one, you, or a person in column one, because of course you can always reverse these roles. I want to say the person in column one felt like, without any actual verbal like communication, or without any confirmation from column two, felt like column two cared more about them than anybody ever really has. So when they decided to stay or remain in a karmic connection, and I want to say keep their feelings to themselves, they never really shared with you or whoever's in column one what their true deep feelings were for the other. Um, so it just feels like an unspoken connection that is feeling like, again, you feel very betrayed by this person because they chose to stay in a situation that I think they know wasn't best for them. But also, I want to say, or they know that the person that they're with doesn't really care about them, or they're there, that they're in this connection for. I feel like it's not a surprise, or it's not. Nobody's being misled in the connection that they're in. It's like two people that chose this business transaction. I'll do this for the relationship, you do that for relationship. And I feel like it's not never been based on love, right? It's not like I'm getting like they could have had like a I keeps coming through as a contract, which is a very odd, but like they, well, a contract, I guess that it could be just like a marriage contract, right? Is that a thing, or a prenuptial contract? Something like that. Or there's also something about that they even had an agreement to see other people as long as they always came home to one another, or remained loyal to like the responsibilities that the two of them had together. Okay. I hope this is making sense, because it's very interesting how it's coming through. However, that person did not plan on falling madly in love, or head over heels in like in love with whomever's in spot one here, is like it's feeling um yeah, like if they had only known, it feels very painful. If they had only known that this type of love existed, they never would have gotten into the situation that they're in now. But because they are in the situation and they are a loyal person, by the way, I don't think sexually loyal. I do feel like there is like an agreement to see other people sexually, but to remain loyal to one another, kind of like responsive responsibly. That isn't exactly what I'm trying to say, but like when, as far as the responsibilities are concerned. So again, because I want to say that you're feeling betrayed by this person, because anybody who truly loved you, like I think this person thinks they do, or I feel like they do. And I want to say this is a really tough scenario, because the energy is like they want to let it all, everything go, and come running towards you and be with you and be loyal to you. And by the way, actually be loyal. It's like they've never been inspired to be with one person before for the rest of their life. And that's what you're doing to them, is making them feel like they wish they could just leave everything they've previously been obligated to be with you, but they cannot for whatever reason. I mean, not for whatever reason. It's because they feel like a man or a woman of their word. They need to stay committed. Or again, when I say committed, I do not mean I can. There is definitely this like feeling of an open relationship, as far as, because they weren't in love, so they were like, well, you can be with whoever you want to be with. And it's like this person doesn't care who their partner is with. They have no jealousy there, but they actually care about who you're with, or are afraid that you're going to find somebody that makes you happy, even though they're the one that wants to make you happy. This feels obviously like there's too much toxicity, or too much trauma or drama, or there's just too much here. I don't know that this could ever be a healthy relationship, but it does feel sad and painful. And this is really like a reality that happens in this lifetime for a lot of people. And again, in the pain, and it is hard to just be just friends, hard to let you go. I want to say that you walked away because you're not interested in being somebody's side piece or second option. Um, and this person is like torn apart inside about them trying to remain the integral person that they've always been, and then they want to just run away and honor their heart here, which would be to follow after you or chase after you or run after you, um, for several reasons. One is they hate to see the pain that they're causing you by not being able to walk away from whatever situation they're in. And again, it's like this is what keeps coming through, and they keep saying out loud in my head is if I could have just met you before the situation, like I wish I would have known that you existed or this love existed before I made this commitment, and now I am committed to something that, by the way, it's like if they just talked to the person that they're with, the person that they're with would also like to leave the situation that they're in, but they both feel like they made a pact, a contract to stay committed to the responsibilities that they share, even though they're seeing other people, right? I want to say the other person might have found somebody that makes them feel real love as well, by the way. But it does ultimately feel like this connection, that the person that you're interested in is going to come to an end here, but it has to be by way of clear communication between the two of them. Again, it's like they're afraid to talk to the person that they're with because of the commitment that they made. They don't want to be the first person to um fall short of the commitment or something like that. It's like, and what are you really trying to prove here? You've never been committed to one another truly. You've only been committed to one another like legally or something like that. But there's been like no real true love commitment to one another because they've been seeing other people the entire time. Okay, but I feel like the two of them have each run into somebody in their life that actually make them want that whole real commitment and the real love thing or something like that, something that actually leads to a committed marriage or a higher level of commitment is the energy that I'm getting here. And there's something about this person not sabotaging it any longer by just being honest. That's it. That's all they're saying is like just stop holding your cards close to your chest, clear communication with the person that you're currently with. It's not like they don't know that you're seeing other people, right? This person's seeing other people. They're both seeing other people, but it's like they're afraid to not be a man or a woman of their word, even though it's like, I can't, I hope you understand what I'm saying here. Like I said, if they can just get the courage to talk to the person that they're currently with, I think they're going to find out that the other person isn't really interested in staying in this non-committal commitment any longer anyways. It's like it's just holding the two of them back but not helping them prosper in any way. So ultimately, I do think they're going to end up leaving the person that they're with. And I hope, at that point, I don't know. It does feel like there's going to need to be some apologies, some clear communication with you, because it does feel like you're feeling very betrayed by this person. And ultimately, like you had to choose to walk away instead of to allow them to kind of give you breadcrumbs or give you half of them. Or again, it's like they wanted to give you everything, their whole heart and everything, but because they had this prior obligation, it just was never, they have not been able to give you everything that they desire to give you. Again, because of that, because of the way, the strength of the feelings that they have for you, they were willing to have you as a side piece, kind of, I want to say. But it's not because they thought you only deserved to be a side piece. I know I'm not trying to encourage or enable this person, by the way, but I get it. It's like you didn't know that real love existed, so you found a situation that worked out, and it worked well for like the business side of a relationship, the bills being split or whatever it is that you do, maybe even raising family or kids together, anything like that. But there was never any true love or passion between the two of them, which made them feel the need to, or this, that they never needed to feel like committed in a fully committed type of way. So it just feels painful because again, it's like, oh, had I only known, it's like I keep hearing this regret in their heart and it hurts and they just want to be with you. And again, I feel like eventually with them just clearly communicating with the person that they're currently with, this will actually turn out to be something that does end up lasting a lifetime. It just doesn't feel easy. It feels real though. It just feels like what happens to humans, and maybe we make commitments with people that again, it's like they'll do, or there is something, maybe very attractive about the other person, but there was never a real love, which is why it never hurt them that the other person was seeing other people. It never hurt the other person that they were seeing other people. And they've never really had anybody that inspired them or made them want to be committed fully to one person until they met you. So that's what it's just saying, like some patience here. And I do believe that if they can get the balls to clearly communicate with the person that they're currently with, ultimately this will turn into a long lasting partnership that will be very prosperous. If you've made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button. And I love you guys so much. And I will see you in the next reading.